Good morning, Vikes. I'm storm chaser and fellow music connoisseur Parker Ellenberg.
I'm Blake, a decrepit senior and a professional painter, and you're watching HNHS Today for Wednesday, May 3rd.
Last year's yearbooks are available to pick up in room 114. Also, seniors may go to the Class of Canvas page to fill out a form about you and your high school experience for a chance to be featured in the 22-23 yearbook. Your senior quote and senior superlative nominations are also available and can be found on your Class of Canvas page.
Diversity Club is meeting in the library right now.
Walk Away is on Wednesday after school. Make sure to bring a friend and walk, talk, and eat snacks together.
If you go to the library and sign up before study hall, you can be part of Miss Stone's Makerspace.
Be sure to check your emails every day for important updates that regard to class and the rest of the year.
Now let's go over to the forecast for the week.
Good morning, Vikes. This is Parker here with your weather today. As you can see, you're going to be pretty chilly today still with a high of 55 and a low of 35. That sun will be out today, but we're going to have a northwesterly around 15 to 25 miles an hour, so it's going to feel pretty breezy outside today. But as we head into our 7-day forecast, you can see here, man, we're going to warm up pretty well on this weekend into the next week with Saturday and Sunday highs in the mid-70s, if not near 80 degrees, especially into next week. We could see multiple days of in the 80s, if not above 80-degree temperatures as well as we head into what looks to be now our full springtime pattern. As you can see here, this is the long-term forecast from the GFS model. We're going to stay cool here for the first part of this week, but as we head into the central or the mid part of May, we're going to start warming up and should be in that spring/summertime pattern, which I'll show you later on. But as you can see here later on this week and next week, we're going to have several days of continued warmth, slowly warming up into the 70s and 80s, so it won't be a shock just like that. But as you can see here, continue to warm up. You can see several days we could have in the low to mid 80s, if not almost approaching 90 degrees in a couple spots, especially later on in May with that normal spring/summertime weather. So you can see here over the next couple of weeks, you can see several days of 80-degree temps. So we're going to finally be getting into that spring pattern, and I definitely am feeling pretty confident that we're out of this cold spell, these cold spells we've been having. As you can see here, continuing moving on, again, several days of 80s, and again, you got to remember, these models are likely underdoing the temperatures as well by a couple of degrees. So you see some of these, days in the upper 70s or 80s that could be off by a couple of degrees. But we're experiencing an omega block type setup, which is basically we're having very strong ridging all across portions of the west and the east, and that allows for very warm temperatures to kind of build up. But you can see in the middle here, that's also going to allow for some rainfall to happen. And kind of for the summer idea, we're looking here as we're going to have an open Gulf with that omega block, and that's going to allow for a northwest flow to develop, and we should have a pretty rainy summer as well with several hot and dry days. This is the 8 to 14-day precip forecast, as you guys can see here. We're kind of at that neutral area as well, as you can see right here, but we should be seeing some above average precipitation as well as we head into the spring. As you can see here as well, this is the 8 to 14-day temp forecast. We're going to be staying above average as well. So get ready, Vikes, and get ready and get out and enjoy this warmth this week. Let's head back to the desk.
Thank you, Parker, for the weather update. Let's head to Van and Ethan Doctor for sports.
On Saturday at the Lime City Relays, the girls track and field team placed third out of 6 teams. In the girls 1,600 meters, Gracie Fields placed third, while Ella Colcluster placed third in the 3,200. In the 300-meter hurdles, Reagan Double placed fifth, and the 4x100-meter relay team of Gloria Friesen, Timory Smith, Heather Gaynor, and Emma Holzinger finished fourth. The 4x400-meter relay team of Double, Elise Geiger, Cole Klesser, and Fields placed fourth, while the 4x800 team of Cole Klesser, Elle McDonald, Hannah Hopper, and Fields placed second. The 800-meter sprint medley relay team of Friesen, Gaynor, Sydney Palmer, and Maeve Wilkinson placed fourth, and the 2,400 distance medley relay team of Geyer, Hopper, Fields, and Cole Klesser finished second. In field events, Jana Toish placed first in the pole vault, Holzinger placed fifth in long jump, Annika Carpenter placed second in shot put, with Holzinger fifth, and Carpenter also placed in second in discus.
The boys team placed 4th out of 8 teams in the Lime City relays.
Don Lesnickia placed 5th in the 1600 meters, while Micah Plemons placed 3rd in the 110-meter hurdles with Caleb Royst 5th.
Royst won the 300-meter hurdles, while the 4x200 relay team of Tatum Brooks, Noah Wagner, Plemons, and Braden Vaught placed 2nd.
The 4x400-meter relay team of Asher Chipchowski, Royst, Peyton Blair, and Plemons finished 5th.
The 4x800-meter relay team of Lesnickia, Gatlin Boxell, Logan Morgan, and Keegan Price placed 4th.
The 800-meter sprint medley relay team of Chipchowski, Sullivan Stahl, Braden Christensen, and Blair placed 5th, while the 2400 distance medley relay team of Morgan, Boxell, Price, and Jake Stevens placed 5th.
In the field events, Lesnickia placed 4th in pole vault, Christy Anson placed 4th in long jump, and Cole McCarver placed 4th in shot put, with Tyler Carr 5th.
On Thursday, the girls' tennis team beat Columbia City 4-1 in a Northeast 8 conference matchup.
Mallory Klein and Hannah Zealous earned victories in singles play, while the Lady Vikes grabbed wins in both doubles matchups.
Also on Thursday, the baseball team defeated Columbia City 9-6. Landon Moreland scored an RBI single from Lawson Doyle to open the scoring 1-0.
Moreland was the lone Viking to record multiple RBIs with 2, while Wes Huff led Huntington with a trio of hits and 2 runs scored. Isaac Wilson picked up the win on the mound for the Vikes, tossing 3 innings and allowing 2 runs on 2 hits. In relief, Cole Martz, who struck out 9 Eagle batters in 4 innings on the mound.
On Wednesday, the girls' softball team beat Whitco 10-0.
Ava Polson and Emma Helvey went 2 for 3 at the plate, and Zoe Stanley went 2 for 2 on Thursday. The girls' softball team beat Columbia City 5-1.
Corinne Martz and Ava Polson each had 2 hits. Polson pitched 7 innings and also had 2 RBI.
Okay, on Saturday, the boys' golf team placed 3rd out of 16 teams with a score of 319 at the Wawasee Invite. Leading us Saturday was Javen Gray with 76 and finishing 9th overall. Austin Williams shot a 79, Cole Collins shot an 81, Camden Lars shot an 83, and Griffin Husband shot an 87.
On Monday, the boys' volleyball team Fort Wayne Northrop in 4 sets. Nathaniel Alwine led the Vikes with 14 kills to go along with 20 assists and 6 aces. Carter Smith led Huntington North with 6 digs, while Ashton Raymond's 4 blocks rounded out the Vikings stat leaders.
That's all we have for sports. Let's go back to the desk.
Thanks, Ethan and Van.
Zach had to catch up with Mr. Craig for this week's teacher interview. Let's go to that now.
Hi, I'm Isaiah Craig. I teach U.S. history. This is year 7 for me at Huntington North. In high school, I had a lot of good teachers. I mean, they really got to me. I probably have a different personality than they do, but I felt like I had to give back in some way, somehow. So, I graduated college in 2012. 1 year at a small school in Michigan. I mean, the entire junior class was 4 people. And then I worked as a youth specialist at the day treatment program for a couple of years, and that was terrible. So then I moved down here. So my wife worked in Fort Wayne, and we were together. And at that point, I was like, okay, we were going to live together. So I made the move. So I was the one that decided to apply down here in the Fort Wayne area. Huntington North was one of the first schools to call me back. So I like to walk a lot. I like to walk and just constantly, it sounds really creepy, but like the people's backyards, like the fences, just the houses, everything you can possibly, even the bird baths. It's one of the things I like to do. So I'm big on walking around as many steps as I can. I actually get to school a half hour early every morning just so I can walk. Yeah, so when I worked as the day treatment, those were kids that got expelled from school for grand theft auto or a whole bunch of things. And so there were some kids you had to pick up for school. Even in the summer, you had to pick them up. One day I had to pick a kid up, and the kid was in 6th grade, and he came out of the house, his grandma came out of the house and said, boy, you need to feed your skunk. He caught a skunk in a live trap. The grandma came out of the door, said, feed your skunk. He went and fed the skunk, then got sprayed. And then I called the judge, called everybody. I was like, I'm not letting him in my car now. So, but yeah, just when she yelled out, boy, go feed the skunk, I was like, what are we doing here? So I'm 34 now, I'll be 50. I would like to still be in the classroom. I don't ever foresee myself getting out of the classroom and being an administrator or anything like that. I think I'll be here. Now, as far as Huntington North, as of right now, I don't have a problem with that. I definitely see myself there. I'm from Michigan originally. If something ever came up, I don't know if I would go back or not. I can still remember in 2020, the classroom that I had in 7th period. I remember exactly where everybody was when Mr. Gill came on and said, hey, we're not gonna have school anymore. Like, we're gonna take 2 weeks off. And I remember where everybody was. And they were like, this is great. And then he got up, I'm like, guys, this isn't gonna be good. So I can remember that 7th period class where everybody sat up and just how excited they were. And I was like, this is gonna suck. I would say school's a good time. Very quickly, I mean, 4 years flies by, and to the point where it's like, nobody ever said, I wish I would have worked more, or they always say, be involved with something here. There's always something that you can do to have fun with, so.
Let's have a fantastic rest of the week, folks.
We'll see you next week.